Hello, all you cool orcs and goblins. This is Hugh the Lizard, bringing you the matchup between Spoon's Face Planters and Rasta's Söderbröder. Söderbröder? Söderbröder? I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce that. There's weird letters in it that are foreign and scary to me as a North American. Unfortunately, oops, I didn't want to do that. Unfortunately, Innovation can't join me. I was going to look into someone else joining, but I forgot. So I forgot to ask anyone else to sign on and do this with me. So it will be completely me, all Hugh the Lizard, all the time. Hopefully, it will still be fun to just hear me talk. Hey Andy, how's it going? Well, let's just take a quick look at the team. I think most of you should be pretty familiar with these teams, given that you all watched the recaps and really have a I guess it's week 2. You probably haven't played these teams very much. So this is the Face Planters. An interesting team, to say the least. Very much heavily focused in terms of TV on 4 very key players. Although it's nice to see that he is finally able to get some development on other players, slowly rebuilding his team around this core. Whackle, strip ball, leap is great. It's always going to be a threat, especially with movement 8. And then he has a retriever in the form of broken neck. Another catcher with a little bit of extra movement and leap who can do silly things like one turning. And then a thrower who is just a pretty good thrower. Nothing too special about him. Sad about the movement bust, but it's a thrower that can get things done from very far down the field with strong arm and accurate. And you have guard, which is nice to have. I don't know if Innovation and I have talked about the 4 rerolls. Not a big fan of it, but it's fine. If it works for him, it is not the worst thing in the world on an elf team like this. But probably, that's... If he got rid of a reroll, he'd be down another 50 TV and might have better inducements. It's hard to know. Just double checking. I asked Boone to message me when they are ready. Just double checking that he hasn't, and he hasn't. Though I see that they are ready to go from Mazda whenever you want, mate. Okay, well, let's just quickly look at this human team. Definitely the low TV of this team, of this matchup. So it'll be interesting to see what they get in terms of inducements. He has a bench, I believe. That's 8, 9, 10. Oh, he doesn't have a bench. But still, even without a bench or dirty player, I think bribe would be a good thing to have in this matchup because there are just these players on Spoon's team that he really has to kill. My blow blitzer, who can stand on his feet better than most. The ogre on his way to being a properly built ogre. Oh, and a strength 4, movement 8 blitzer with my blow. I like it. Needs more tackle. I might have given him tackle before Mighty Blow, just because this team lacks tackle, but I think my pro-tackle propaganda is being well established. I think given that he has 3 Mighty Blow already, I really hope that Bergstrom gets tackle. The lack of tackle is really going to hurt him in this matchup, I think. Given that Spoon has 1, 2, well, only 3 Blodgers and then Roger. So it's not as bad as it could be, but there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players with dodge against 1 player with tackle. Let's see, are they up? Yes, they are. Oh, and Spoon did message me. I just didn't see it until the second. Okay, it looks like humans are receiving, so I'll switch over to the human side. I'm not going to mess around too much to figure out who made that decision. Riot probably works for the humans more than for the elves, since at some point the humans are going to have to figure out how to stall in the face of all these elf leap. So it looks like we're doing Mighty Zug has our soul inducement. Yeah, I think soul inducement. I'm not totally sure about that. Interesting. I suppose the thinking is that it's an extra Mighty Blow. But it's an extra Mighty Blow without tackle. I don't know how expensive Mighty Zog is, but I feel like a bribe would have been a better choice there. Let's see. Let's say here how expensive Mighty Zog is. Anyone knows how expensive Mighty Zog is? You can help me out by letting me know. I'm just really curious about this. Alright, I'm not finding it super quickly. So I'm just going to go back to actually watching the game. Oh, 260,000. Thank you. That helps. 260,000, so that's a bribe and a wizard. The price is Zug. I usually don't like star players. I'm pretty biased against them. I think they're only useful if they fill a niche that's really important for the match that you're, well, not only useful, but I think they're best used to fill a niche that's critical for your matchup. Mighty Zug doesn't really fill any extra niche. He has lots of Mighty Blow already. He has 3. He already has a Strength 5. It does give him a bench. Yes. Yeah, Andy. I beat you to that comment in like 5 seconds. That is probably the most valuable thing. Well, not the most valuable, but it is helpful to have that bench. Not so much because this is a very killy team. I mean, you got one mighty blow. It is AV8, which does tend to break, but I'm hoping that he uses that bench to foul. I feel like Spoon's team is really a team you need to foul against. Yes, Spoon isn't a very fighty elf coach, though. He's not the type to really base up, especially throwing hits with loners. We'll see, though. The proof will be in the pudding. I think he needs to put guard in right at that spot. The reason why I want it to be guard is because right now he can open this up. Spoon can open this up pretty easily. He just has to have someone base the Mighty Blow Blitzer. Put a couple more players around the ogre, and then, well, I think at best he only gets a 1 die though. Oh no, he has this guard lineman. So you put the guard lineman in there, put him there. Okay, that helps. That closes up that line play. And here comes a foul. Good targets. Oh, the Rasta cheerleading squad has joined us. Thanks for tuning in, guys. So far, I've been doing nothing but bad-mouthing your hero's choice of Mighty Zug. I do really like that foul, though. I think that's a good choice. Foul early, foul often, I think should be the name of his game here. Yeah, the Elf Spoon's team is really good, but because it's so focused on 4 players, like if one of those players go out, he drops over 200 TV. This is an especially collapsible high elf team. One sort of unfortunate element of this team, like I don't mind giving the thrower tackle by any means, but it does suck that he has to carry the ball on his 1 tackle piece, and he does have to carry the ball with him because we have strip ball in play with Lee. This is a pretty solid elf. Sorry, my brain is not fully functioning. This is a pretty solid elf screen. The thing I like about it is that because it's curved and not just straight, it'll be easy for Spoon to next turn kind of move around and start building a threat to flank the humans. Also, because it's curved like this, it's hard for the humans to really decide to go this way. So basically, the only thing the humans have to do is to go forward, which is probably what they should do anyway. They should move forward and base up. I would like to see base up with both the Lorger and Mighty Zog, and then to just sort of form up around the guard lineman and foul him again. I think putting Mighty Zog more over here would be my choice. I want to try to force these loner linemen to dodge out. Now he's trying to have a think here. Does he base up anymore? Interesting. Is he gonna go towards the side line? I think he should try to stay more central here. And just foul the lineman so he's not a problem, but that doesn't look like what he's doing. Gonna put the ball. Okay, I'm glad he didn't. I was a little worried he'd put the ball right on the sideline, but yeah, not that foolish. He could get another foul in still, I guess. No, I liked him better here. Okay. Out a reroll. Bit of an ambiguous case of whether to reroll. I probably would have done it, but I could see an argument for not doing it. Because he wanted the better foul, is what I assume is happening there, which is why I would have done it. I think a good rule is only to use a reroll when it's critical for play. But what is and what isn't critical for play is not always clear. I think Spoon blitzes out this blitzer. I really like the placement of that blitzer. Just to make getting in front awkward. But I think because of that, Spoon needs to get rid of them. But he's first setting up to defend his good players. Oh, no. I am wrong. He's gonna hit over here. He's thinking maybe that you can go ahead and score if that is what you want to do. I'll just score quickly in the 4 turns you'd give me if you score next turn. Yeah, this looks like an invitation to score. May just leave that loner on the floor. So I guess you want to protect this catcher with it, so that makes sense. Okay, so I mean, if you're Razda, you just rebuild your shield around here, you put in the catcher next with the thrower to make it a solid, to make it more difficult to get the leap in sack, or to make the block dice anything but a red die. And then, yeah, you base up with your strength 5s. Ball carrier gonna go here. I'd rather him go here. The placement of the catcher suggests it's gonna be here because you want him right next to the catcher. Ooh, nice getting that hit. No joy. Very nice ball play. Yeah, the problem here is if they do get the ball loose and it bounces out, that's really good for the elves. I like that base. Where else do you want to put a guy? Lodge catcher. Maybe go here. I guess I don't think. Yeah. Yeah, I think that works. Keeps this part of the field under Razdaz's control. Spoon, I don't think is going to put on the pressure here. Yep, and there's the random removal that you predicted earlier, Andy. Yeah, I think that was just maybe he's having a bit of a think after, because he needs to put pressure on, or Razdaz's not going to score. And Spoon wants him to score right here, right now. How to apply that pressure, I'm not sure. Oh, is he gonna for the ball? That gets him. Not easily retrievable by the blitzer. Might try to get him with this catcher because he has sidestep. So he can go here, jump to there, and then try to run around there. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah. If he puts him there, he's gonna get hit with Mighty Blow, and it's not impossible to surf him. He could also try passing it. Not sure who he would pass it to. Is this the attempt to get the ball? I feel like he's gonna get served. Yeah. Yeah, and this is really problematic for Spoon now. He's gonna get his Agi 5 surfed, and getting the ball back is pretty easy. Wow. No damage at least. Let's try kill a loner. I would love to see a foul here. Not totally sure who you should foul with, but a foul would be really nice. And that's why I like if he had a bribe, fouling with the blitzer wouldn't be a terrible idea. But I don't like it so much now. Blitzers are pretty valuable. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that play either. I think if he was going to try for the ball, it would be much better with the sidestepper. Like, the scatter just didn't work well for him. Oh, he's not going to try to pick up the ball? The Ogre Bonehead, of course. Yeah, you need to reroll that. Well, mission accomplished from Spoon's point of view. Getting him to score a little earlier. And we'll still be 11 on 11 here. That Lino out. And no damage to the High Elves. High Elves have 3 turns to score, which should be more than enough time. If anything, like scoring in trying to delay the score for more than 3 turns, I think is more challenging for Elves than scoring in 3 turns. And Face Planters have 3 rerolls to the human 1. Rasta may live to rule the day that he re-rolled that dodge out. Did he break any armor on the Elves? Yes, I think the foul broke armor. But other than that, no. I mean, the thing about that too is that he hasn't been breaking. Like, he hasn't been throwing that many punches. And that's because Spoon has been dodging out. Which is another thing that Tackle would have helped with. I'm not sure I'm a big fan of this setup. I think when you're up against Elves who need to score quickly, having a few in the sidelines is pretty important. If nothing else, just to force them to blitz to get position. Right now, you just got free territory. And that kick couldn't have been more perfect. So yeah, we're just gonna build the free screen over here. I'm not sure why we so heavily loaded up against Mighty Zug. Like, that's a 1-die hit, so he's gonna have to bring someone else in to make it a 2-die hit. But that's... I guess he could make that part of the screen. Yeah, it's not too bad. But yeah, now he's gonna have to punch with loners. He's gonna... Oh, nope. But this is still bad because now part of his screen is based, so he has to build some redundancy here. Which admittedly is pretty doable, given that he has all the room in the world. Yeah, and this is the other thing about this setup, is that he's so far back. Like, I get being far back because you can move in front of the play, but he's so far back that you can just have something of a double screen here. Like, he's gonna have to blitz to get through to this screen. Spork. Wow, the humans have yet to be able to stick the fork into Spoon. He's taken no damage. One of his fantastic players, the Agi 5, was surfed, but to no damage. And if you're just joining us, Mighty Zug was his sole inducement. I think the placement of where the tackle should go is going to be a little tricky. Yeah, that's fine. Keep that tackle where I can react. I mean, something to keep in mind here is that Spoon can score. That may have been the first armor break from a hit by the Elves. Yeah, he could still score, so if Spoon wanted to go for the score, this is how he would do it. He would run in with a tackle, Agi 5, smack this catcher, and hope you get knocked down. The catcher would probably go there. Yeah, actually, it would be harder. I don't think what I was suggesting would work well. Sidestep is a really good skill. That sidestep that kind of makes it awkward. That's true, Andy, actually. That armor break was from Zug. And he needed the mighty blow to do it, so there you go. This is where I'm not a very good elf coach. So this is where I, as a bad elf coach, would just start throwing dice and see if it works. But that is a bad idea. Rolled it. Is that AV? Oh yeah. I said he needed Mighty Blow because it says 8+. Rolled an 8. Yeah, right. It's 8 or higher. Right. You're all correct. He did not need Mighty Blow. Interesting. So now he's not going to have a reroll for touchdown. Still in range of this thrower. My analysis of that actually speaks to a big problem I have as a coach, especially when I play against elves, is I tend to get very narrowly focused on stopping the running up the sideline play, and I often miss the, well, they can just run up the middle sort of play. But Spoon, being a better elf coach than me, did not miss that. So the question here, I suppose, is can you do the human run turn? Yeah, leap is such a good skill. It's just such a good skill. It can get you out of so many issues. And it's difficult to play against leap. Like, this is one of the reasons why his love in the hands of a really good coach can do a lot of awesome stuff just by the other player not knowing how to stop the leap plays. This shouldn't be too hard to one turn given this setup. Especially when you have the sidestepper here. I'm not sure if we're going to see the one turn attempt though, given how he's set up so far. So what you do is you push him into there, punch him there, punch him there. Might even be able to do it with fewer pushes. I don't really see what he's doing here, but it might become more apparent. Is he blitzing with the ogre? Is that the plan? In the one turner, you just want the ogre not to move. Because it kind of looks like what he wants to do is punch down from here, move him there, hit, move there, and then fill these two spots and hit again, and then you're off to the races. But he can't do that because he doesn't have any Agi 4 that could reasonably dodge into that spot. So I don't know where he's putting this loner in a spot where he can get the Mog to move down the field. And like I am assuming that Mog is the reason why. Like Mog is the one you want to score on. Yeah, and that's a decent point. It's entirely possible that Spoon just forgot humans had movement 8 players. But even if he thought this was just going to be a turn about punching, because he's set up so close, he left the guard open. Yeah, I wonder if Razda is making this more complicated than it needs to be. Like he has the definite players to do this. I just don't like. Still, he needs a spot open. Like he needs, if he's doing it this way, maybe I just don't understand. There we go. There we go. Okay. He fixed it. Alright. This should be doable. This should not be doable. Oh, it's such a good kick for the elves, too. Oh, that's heartbreaking. I always cheer for the one turn. Unless it's Skaven, because Skavens cheat at the one turn. I've even cheered for the one turn when it's being against me, because they're just so fun to see work. They're just so much fun. But, I mean, coming here with just... yeah. Put guys there. Well, he has to be careful, because there is a world in which the one turn is still possible so far. We'll see how he sets up. Yeah. The one turns when the players are thrown, I like less of the abstract, because the thing I like about one turns is kind of the kind of like puzzles that you have to solve. And it's kind of fun watching a coach or solve the puzzle or try to solve the puzzle yourself. I would have come in with a tackler and then just dodged out. If he falls, that'd be hilariously bad. See, he can still do it though. Because he just Spoon messed this up. So you come in here. That's a one die, admittedly, so it's not easy. You one die him there. You hit with the catcher, which should be a 2 die. Move him there. You hit with the ogre. Suddenly he's there. You hit with this blitzer. And then suddenly he's there. Oh. No, he's not doing it now. Or he's doing it the other way. Okay. Yeah, that was even better than what I was thinking. Sadly, you have to rely on the ogre here. And the ogre does not screw him over. Amazingly. And need one more. Okay, it's gonna be a tough catch. that's going to be a 5+ catch, and that's going to be a tough throw. Unless there's a way he could throw it to someone closer, and then the reroll is gone. But stranger things have happened in Blood Bowl. Oh. Oh. So close with the 5. Would it have worked? Is this a 5+ pass? I don't really know the mechanics very well. You could have plausibly have passed it to this lineman who could have ran up and handed it off. Although, no, good enough without a dodge. That's too bad. More spoon jokes. I'm open to suggestions, honestly. Anyone has any good spoon jokes? I'll try to think of them as they come. So, a solid half. Alright, definite advantage to Spoon. I think Spoon made 2 mistakes. One was trying to pick up the ball with the Agi 5 in a way that let him easily be surfed. Oh, don't, what? He's doing it again! You just saw how badly it worked. Spread out a little. You don't have to be too afraid of this team, like, getting removals. You can afford to not protect all 5 of those players. And the other mistake Spoon made was the setup to stop that one turn, which he wasn't really punished for either mistake. In terms of rest, I think he's played pretty solid. Nothing major that I would shake my fingers at. I was a little worried about the one turn attempt, but he I think did a good job. I wonder if using some go for it's with the thrower would have made that throw easier. I'm not very good at throwing mechanics. I always have to rely on the computer to tell me these things. But if a couple of go for it's would have made it 5+, I think he should have done that. So we're seeing a bit of a replay of what happened last, or next to last drive. I suspect that we're going to see Spoon just kind of throw some people forward a little. He has to be careful not to try to score too early. He may actually foul Mighty Zug. Doesn't look like it. Should have put a spoon in the eye of Mighty Zug. Yeah, Donkey Dragon. The thing about spoons is you can't bend a spoon. That's impossible. You just have to realize the truth that there is no spoon. Not picking up the ball with your thrower for some reason. Did he forget that he had the ball? Doesn't have the ball? Okay. Here comes the pickup. And if you had picked up with the thrower, you would have had it in hand, probably. Don't use the scissor roll, yeah. This is the other thing about being so far back like this, is now he can base the ball, but he's gonna have to roll dice to do it. I think he even, like... I'd like to see the sidestep, or at least base it. I'm not saying that's the only spoon joke we're gonna make. That was just the one that came to mind in that second. I'm not a comedian, okay? The secret to my brilliant comedy is that I spend hours thinking of these jokes ahead of time, and I didn't do that, so... Alright, going for it has been working out so far. First failure. I think he has to keep rolling these dice, but he snakes it. So he has one player in base. Yeah, I don't like setting back that far. Humans aren't so slow that they can't get in front if they were just a couple closer. We've seen AV8 break a few times this game. There's just not been a lot of punches thrown, right? There's not been a lot of armor rolls in general. Okay, so we leveled the catcher who was already going to level. Oh no, we're not going to level him. Okay. I keep thinking... For some reason, I'm, in my mind, convinced that the high elf catcher comes with dodge. Just because that's always the first skill you give them. Not sure what we're doing there. Because I don't see a 2 dice hit anywhere. I guess you could blitz this, yeah. Blitz that, and then... Okay. Like, you still need to blitz this guy, and then it's still just 1 dice, so you can blitz him, and then move the catcher into basing the ogre, but that doesn't feel good. Does he not realize he hasn't blitzed yet? Yeah, I think that was a wasted opportunity for that blitz. Now he just dodges out, and I think put him down there. Oh, that's fine. So I mean, there's a 4+4+2 die on the ball. It's not terrible. 4, 5, 6, 7, push. But there's a 3+2+, so that's even much better. Where are you gonna go? Over here? Or, yeah, back here. You have that strong arm and that accurate. You can hang out in the backfield. And then we can send maybe this blitzer out just to give him something to think about. Oh, no, we stand him up right away. I would like, yeah, okay. I was gonna say, I would like somebody to be a little bit more threatening against the ball. That's a helpful removal. It's not one of the chosen four. The 4 sporks of the spoon. The 4 handles of the spoon. But that still takes Money Blow off the field. Hey, Rob. So we're 1-1 with the high elves receiving. You saw the first removal that the humans have gotten all game in the form of that Mighty Blow Blitzer. And for inducements, we have Mighty Zug. Yeah, I like keeping the thrower back as a safety. Without that thrower there, you kind of just, you get the ball to smash hands and can get away. Which still actually might be his play. Even though we don't have tackle going up against this blodge, you still don't ignore the concept of being able to roll POWs. I think you go to there, you get the ball to smash hands, and then smash hands kind of hangs out over here, and you can build enough of a screen. That should be okay. You could alternatively pass to him, actually. You don't need to run that far forward. You can now just have him go, like, right here. And then Smash Hand could be part of the screen / scoring threat. So Smash Hand can go, like, here, even. You leave this loner on the Ogre. Or are you... try to punch the Ogre, I guess. I mean, the problem here is the Ogre. He needs to prevent the Ogre from... Alright, that helps. Oh, big removal. Ooh, the straightaway power apple. Very tasty, very tasty. would say elves are apes in the context of that movie / this game, because the elves are just more evolved humans, and in Planet of the Apes are more evolved humans. They're not really. The apes aren't more evolved humans. That doesn't really work. I tried to make it work. Yeah, just get in front of it. You're not gonna... This is a hard team to stop scoring if you don't get the removals. What you need to do to beat this team is just get rid of 2 loners. Then he can't shield his good players. And then you can just start hunting them. And that's not the only way, obviously, but it's a good way to do it. Yeah, I think we're gonna see the thrower hit against smashed hands. I would like to see the strength 4 just base up a bunch of players. He can either base up the lineman, or he can base up these 3 if he brings in someone else to support, which I'm not sure he can. Yeah, base up those loners. I think I answered your question, Rob. I don't know when you asked it, but it's just this 1 KO. Yeah, I'm not crazy about that. I think you need a little bit more to put the pressure from behind. Oh, bold play to base. Not crazy. And I approve of not using the reroll to make it work. It's more of a, let's try it. As always, the elves can score. Hand it off to his catcher. I think the problem, I don't think Rasta is doing a bad job here. I think the problem that he's facing is that he just doesn't have any of the tools that are needed to stop this team. He doesn't quite have the bashiness to just sort of base everything without getting hits back against him. And he doesn't have the sort of muscle to really get those removals, despite having 4 Mighty Blow on the field. Maybe it's not muscle problem so much as he's just not able to base up in a convincing way. Are we running backwards? Might as well. There's no reason. He could score with a 2+, 3+, 2+, 2+, 2+, 2+. Oh, bad Spoon. That's a bad Spoon. Why'd you do that, Spoon? It's a very naughty Spoon. There has to be a Spoon joke in there somewhere. People, help me out. Yeah, you don't have this Surf because he's You may even just put the guard there and dodge out with the human. Don't like to do that, but okay. Oh wait, he doesn't have blocks, so that works. That works. You don't really want him to catch the ball. And that is a wonderful scatter. So you got 2 3+s in your future. One of them has a built-in reroll and the other one doesn't. It's just a question of which one do you want the reroll for. So because you can dodge out with the catcher and pick up the ball, or you can dodge out with the thrower and pick up the ball. The math is pretty much the same for both. It's just a matter of who do you want to have the ball and who do you want to stay there. Another block thrown with the loner before everything else is done. That's a bad resta, but he at least had block. Oh, he takes the hit. Doesn't die. That works. Yeah, this is very much fallen apart for the elves. Oh no, you re-roll that. You don't leave the ball on the field when there's elves. It's kind of tough for the Agi 5 to get there, but still. Like this just, you blitz off one of them, and then it's a 3+ to pick up the ball, and the elves are looking okay again. No, you wanted to pick that up. I was gonna say things have fallen apart for the elves on the strength of loner block, but things look not as bad right now. That was a key. It is really important that he stays up. It's a good job staying on your feet, human blitzer. So what do you do? Yeah, leap over. Smack him. Yep, you need to re-roll that. Oh! It was all part of the human's master plan. An occasional leg all the way through. Yeah, I feel like I'd be noticing that. I don't know how to fix that except to get better internet. I suspect that's what I would have to do. Let me know if it gets really bad, and I'll do some research to figure it out. I feel like my internet has been especially bad lately. I may be changing it soon. But yeah, so you got basically all the options in the world now. Yeah, start off by taking a hit. You can choose to hit with... Yeah, okay. It's too bad he's not getting armor breaks here, but he can live without that. I think you pick up with Mog. Pick up with Mog, and you try to make sure you're out of the range of Broken Neck. I don't know if I like that. I think he needs to... Like, having him Stun gives him a fair bit of breathing room. Broken jaw. But he still has to make sure he has a screen and a reasonable chance to score in the next 3 turns. See, like, yeah, he needs now to. He's even, I don't know. I don't think that's a great spot. Because, yeah, like, even with that guard piece there, this is not a hard to die to get. He needs to put someone there, because that's the spot he would leave it into. And the only guy to do that is this lineman. Or the ogre. I would love the ogre to be there. Okay, so that's a 1 die at least. But that's still not a bad blitz with tackle. Lower my quality. I'm not gonna lie to you, Rob. I don't know what that means. How do I do that? Is that something I do on Twitch? Something I do. Okay. This is starting to look pretty good. Oh, while I was messing with that, I missed this foul. That's a good foul. Because that was going to be your retrieval play. So this blitz is looking not as good. Because you don't have anyone who can pick up the ball except the blitzer, and he doesn't really have the movement to pick it up and run away with it. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so we'll take all his movement to get the blitz, and he'd have to do the 2+ leap without the built-in reroll. Don't really see another great play like to do here. In theory, he would like to try to build a screen to get in front, but because of that turn, he's lost. Like, I think he lost 2 players in that turn, and he's 2 more stunned. Oh, well, he gets the ball. I think that's good direction. Make it possible that the catcher fall it, and worst case scenario is it's still 1 tackle zone. Twitch settings. Alright, I shall look at my Twitch settings. Oh, what did I just miss? I missed something. I heard noise. Okay. Yep, this is very much looking like the human game. We are... Yeah, exactly, Andy. That one play has made this game basically very hard. We have, I think, 2 of the key players are out, and the ones that aren't out are on the ground, and it's super easy to get out of their range. Rasta shouldn't have a problem. Stalling for an extra turn. If I were him, I would even be thinking about what I can do to give it to a player that I want development on. That may be too ambitious for him if he's thinking like, I've been gifted, I've been spoon-fed this win, so I don't want to try to do anything too fancy to mess it up. He's super worried about the 1 and 9 picking up the ball, which is fair enough. Oh, picking up on the strength 4, who doesn't need the development. I don't know. He's still in the range of Broken Jaw. You could have easily gotten out of the range of Broken Jaw. You're giving him possibilities here. Can humans get a good win? I like the humans. I play humans in clan. They're not the easiest. You hope to break armor here. They're not the easiest team to play because it doesn't matter who you play, they're gonna have advantages against you. You're never gonna be as good of an Agi team as the Agi teams. You're never gonna be as good of a Bash team as the Bash teams. You're never gonna be as much of a control team as the control teams. But you have a certain amount of flexibility. Yeah. Why even give him this chance? If he wanted to get the development on him, he could have at least waited till he was more down here to see if it was safe. Yeah, you don't make the mistake. You want to leap now. Because leap costs 2 movement, no matter how many squares you go. And see, he gets him. And all of a sudden, this game is again very much in doubt. Oh, that would have been great if that landed in his hands. I mean, what do? Do you punch with Mighty Zog? Do you risk that 1 in 36? I don't think you do. But otherwise, you need to get... Does he have the movement to get to the square? Oh, he can just... No! Why are you punching him? So that's 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it's at least a 3 die. Alright. Okay, I guess you pick up with Mog. And you try to figure out how to make this hard. No, don't throw this punch. This is not important. Secure the ball first and then take all the free hits you want. You want someone to base Smashed Hand, but you may not have a great option for that. Okay, so you need to put Torsten in a spot where the guard will be most helpful. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, that's good. Would have been nice to base this guy over there, but that doesn't seem possible. You could dodge out Grassy and put him here. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you want to put Grassy here. There's not as good. I think there's better. Let's see here. Maybe there's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8. Yeah. So right now he has another uphill. Strip ball. Yeah. You're like, I think the fundamental mistake he's still paying for is that he really needed to be out of his range the previous turn. Because this is Broken Jaw is such a good soccer. Like, this red die is not that bad as far as red dies go. He only fails on a skull. Actually, I think the catcher needs to be won over because he knocks the ball loose and it falls towards the end zone. Then he's good and screwed if it goes out. And it's a tied game. Oh, but I don't understand why Spoon is hitting from that angle. I guess he has sidestep, so it doesn't matter. So you sidestep there. Yeah, he sidesteps, so it doesn't matter. And that scatter works for you. So 3+ to score. Oh, no, that's 4+ to score with him. Alright, now it's a 3+. So yeah, Mog, who is the guy I keep saying should pick up the ball, should pick up the ball. You could score with Torsten. Doesn't really make a difference. Might be nice to get Torsten some SPP. Or he really wants his one really well-developed player to be more developed. Which, yeah, I mean, like, it's his choice. I'm not going to be too critical about that. It's just, I feel like that one... Well, I guess I am going to be critical. I feel like that one player is a player who will get levels. Yeah, so 9 armor breaks. 35 hits. As I said, not a lot of bashing going on here. The humans seemed a little hesitant to base up too much, which is not totally unreasonable. Armor really held out well for the high elves. Though I'm a little confused. No, I was looking at the wrong team. That's why. Okay, yeah. Armor did not hold out that well. That's about normal. Okay, well, don't think I have anything more to say about this game besides what I have said. I felt like that last quarter was really exciting. I really enjoyed watching that. Think that, I mean, the entire game fell apart for the Elves when they did that loner block before moving the ball back. That I think that doesn't take a lot of analysis. And then there was a couple things the humans did that kind of kept the Elves in the game a little more than they really needed to be. But other than that, I think pretty solid game by both players. And yeah, congrats to Razda. I would have bet against you in this game, and you pulled through. So that must feel good. Congratulations. And thanks everyone for joining and being part of the chat. And good luck and have fun with your own games.